7 Days to Die. Will this game last longer than the name in its title, or will it pass on to the 8th day? Let's find out. Hey everyone, Echo here with Vinstuns.
Hey!
Today we will be giving you our first impressions on 7 Days to Die, and we will be basing these first impressions off these 5 categories. The overall feel, meaning movement, ping, and how well optimized the game is. How easy is it to pick up a master, meaning how easy is it for someone to download the game, start playing, and become a master level player. Who is this game for? Being the competitive, the hardcore, the casual gamer. The business model, why they chose it, and is it a good business model for what the game is? And lastly, is it fun? Because in the end, that's what a game is supposed to be. So, what is 7 Days to Die? It is a material base building survival horror game released on December 13th, 2013, published by Fun Pimps and runs on the Unity engine. This game, you have the choice of a random generated world or an already set world where you start with nothing and work making a base and finding materials to help build, craft, and keep yourself alive for as long as possible while zombies are coming to feed on your brains. Just like the title implies, you have 7 days before a horde of zombies comes to destroy everything you worked for and try your hardest to kill you in the process. Do you have anything else you want to throw on this, Vin?
A lot of you will ask what 7 Days to Die is. Well, there is no simple answer. A lot of you, maybe even none of you, have heard of it, or seen one of your friends playing it in Steam. Don't get me wrong, when it was released it was pretty bad, but they have really increased the quality of the game. I personally have way too many hours in the game. I even bought my own server. But before we dive into the gameplay, let me just say, it's not the prettiest game ever developed, nor the most polished, and some people, when they hear that, they turn off the video, walk away. Whoa, cowboys, sit down, we aren't done yet, just hear me out, put on that headset and listen. With all that being said, the game is fun if you have a friend to play with. You will struggle to find a balance between offense, defense, and who will do what. Splitting up the tasks between party members gives each member something they need to focus on. You may think you only spend 1 hour playing the game, and by the time you look at the clock, you will already spent some 4 odd hours, and created a little shit shack for you and your friends with one bed and a lone torch to light the night. By night 6, you are yelling at each other that you need to build some kind of defense, but sadly, by the time it happens, you're out of time.
Awesome, that's a great way to put it. And then on that note, we're going to go into the overall feel of this game. The overall feel of this game, the movement is okay. The hitbox they could use some improvements on. If you knock a target down, it seems like sometimes there's no hit indicator, so it doesn't feel like you're actually doing a big impact of damage. However, the actual movement itself, moving forward, back, left, right, seems perfectly okay. Looking up and down, vertical and horizontal, all seems fine. Moving throughout the world, it feels like some of the terrain can really affect the way you move, whether you're going up or down hills. And we'll have Vin talk about some of the base building concepts of it. Vin?
Alright, now building this game, it can be a little clunky at times, because the game has its own physics engine. So basically it means you can't build out too far unless you want to risk losing half your life to falling blocks and rage quitting because your shit shack has fallen apart. But once you understand the physics and the mechanics, it's pretty satisfying when you look up at the castle you just built. You did it all by yourself. And you wonder, are your friends going to enjoy the castle you built? Probably not. They're probably going to destroy it and say it wasn't good enough.
Awesome, Vin. So next we're going to be talking about the ping. In my opinion, it is a server-based ping. So depending on where the server is, the ping can differentiate between each other. Whether you're on the East Coast trying to connect to a West Coast server, it could be kind of clunky, whether the server is already randomly generated or if the game is already pre-crafted. All these things go into how the ping and the feel of that ping is, whether you can feel the latency or not. Whenever I stream this game, sometimes I feel like it can be lagged behind, whereas when I'm playing it without streaming it, it feels alright. Vin, what are your thoughts on the ping?
So, in my experience, I don't have one issue with the ping, but I do also own my own server, so the ping is generally at my computer, so it doesn't have to travel far. But I do agree with Echo. I used to play on other servers that were public servers based in the UK and around those areas, and I did have a lot of ping issues, especially when loading in the game and trying to mine blocks. But it's very withstandable if you can find a good friend that can host a server. If your friend can host a server, join him, you won't have any ping issues. And even if you do, they're going to be very minor. Minor enough that you can play the game and keep going with all your friends at a nice, decent pace.
Alright, Vin, thank you so much. And the optimization. Me and Vin have actually very good PCs, mine being a 1070 with an i7 7700, And Vin, what is your specs?
I have a GTX 1080 NVIDIA graphics card, overclocked to 20%, and I have a 6800 i7.
Alright, and with these PCs, like I said, it's not the traditional PC that everybody's going to be using. So the optimization can go both ways. With a PC like ours, it can obviously run quite smoothly on a little bit higher of the graphics. However, if you're just on a basic computer, running this game will come into some issues with frame rates, loading in, even certain disconnects. Or even in my case, I couldn't even connect to the game without the anti-cheat turned off. And my friend here, Vin, had to actually turn off the anti-cheat on his own server just so I can even load into the game. But that being said, Vin, what is your thoughts on the optimization of this game?
Optimization, it needs work, but this game is always being developed, always updated, so you have no issues at least getting into the game and getting all your specs just right, so that when they update the game again and they improve some of these features that really need to be looked at, you're going to be able to increase your graphics and still have decent frame rate. So I would say just lower your graphics, lower your render distance just below what you feel comfortable with. That way you have a little bit of wiggle room in case your server lags or your computer takes crap and your monitor just dies out.
Alright, thank you, Vin. That being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to the Pickup and Master. Is this game easy to understand? Let's find out. The Pickup and Master in this game is quite self-explanatory to anyone who's played Minecraft, Ark, or any other survival game should be able to pick this game up and understand it with ease. However, if you're quite new to the genre of game, this could be quite a bit of a steep learning curve to it, and learning what does what in your skill tree can become a little overwhelming with there being no real tutorial. It's a little bit of trial and error trying to learn this game. Vin, what do you think?
In my opinion, I was able to quote-unquote master this game by simply playing the game, making mistakes and building tons and tons of shit shacks all around the world, and understanding how to level up efficiently throughout the world of 70s that die. This game, in its entirety, is a lot easier to master than most might assume. Once you get to the point in which you have unlocked most of the traits in the game, it becomes a lot easier to understand where you need to go next. Have you reached that point? Fear not. There are tons of mods for this game, including, but not limited to, the Vol mod, which is an overhaul mod changing everything in the game. Other mods are Intense Survival, More Realistic Weapons, Survival Mod, and Zombieland, just to name a few. All of these drastically change what the game puts out. So yes, this game is easy to master if you are a true survivalist. You should be able to mostly master the game, in my opinion, in just a few sessions with your friends.
Thank you, Vin. That was an awesome description, and I couldn't have said it better myself. Next, we're going to be taking a look at who's this game for, whether it being the competitive, the hardcore, or the casual gamer. Let's see.
Who is this game for? This game will mostly be for the kind of gamer I am, a community gamer. The type of gamers who love community gaming. When I say community gaming, I mean simply gaming just to hang out with your friends, or find strangers to make friends with and build huge bases. But in my humble opinion, it could also be for the hardcore players, who want to get to day 9,000. It's over 9,000! With a bunch of variations for different server modifications to change zombie behavior patterns, making them harder to kill in general, and allowing the zombies to run all the time, no matter if it's daytime or nighttime. But I warn you, this game is not for the faint of heart. Me and Ekra here once had a server back in our noob days. We thought we were untouchable, invincible even, until a massive swarm of 30 zombie bears showed up and destroyed all of our hard work. Yes, zombie bears. I remember frantically screaming like a pre-adolescent teen in heat and hiding in our bathroom. Yes, this really did happen. Don't worry, we are fine though. Don't panic, they can be defeated. Just make sure you stock up on bullets, sledgehammers, first aid kits, and a fresh pair of panties, boys and girls. Yes, even men can wear panties.
Awesome, Vin. I cannot even describe it any better than myself. This game is for the casual gamer. Not really so much for the hardcore, but there is mods out there that could make it more difficult. So, the business model. Let's talk about it. This game is paid early access, and as most of you know by now, I normally hate early access games. But that being said, there are some early access games I do enjoy and recommend. You can always check out my PlayerUnknown Battleground video as well, if you would like to see an early access that works. This is also one of them as well. There's no extra DLCs needed in order to enjoy the game to its fullest, so the business model is alright. And the fun pins, as of right now of making this video, don't seem like a money-grabbing company. Vin?
It's true this game has been in early access for quite some time, but just because it has been in early access for an extended period of time means nothing. It just means they are still in active development, so you can see they are still working on their game and they haven't just thrown it away. Don't let the tag of early access scare you away from this game. If you see this game on sale in Steam, I would urge you to buy it and give it a try. If all else fails, spend 1 hour in the game and use Steam's refund program to get your money back. Just don't cry when they update the game and make it awesome, and you have to pay full retail price for it.
Yep, that is awesome. So is this game fun? Let's see. So, was this game fun? Yes and no. When I first tried this game about 1.5 years ago, it was very buggy, and on top of that, I was playing solo, and not really with people, and it seemed very tedious and boring. But when I tried the game once again, but with friends, this game has its own charm, and I didn't see it then, but I do now. It's not the best graphic game, but fun is not based on graphics, but the gameplay and the enjoyment you can achieve, so the game is fun. But I only really enjoyed it with friends. But if you could let me know in the comments down below, if you enjoyed it with friends or without friends, let me know. Then, what do you think? Was this game fun?
I find this game to be extremely fun and rewarding, specifically when you have friends you can lean on when you blunder and make 200 corn on the cob instead of corn seeds. And when all is said and done, and you look back at all the work you have achieved with your best friends, you can go to bed knowing that 7 Days to Die will be there for you in the morning. Now go out there and teach those zombies who the game sages are. My name is Vince Duns, and I'm signing out. Stay frosty, Zombie Slayers.
Well guys, this is the Game Sage's first impressions on 7 Days to Die. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that like button. If you didn't, make sure to hit that dislike. I would like to thank Vince Duns for coming to help me out with this video. It really means the world to me, dude. It really does. If you would like to see more first impressions or just general game discussion, make sure to hit that sub button and hit that bell so you don't miss the next time a video is posted. If you would like to see me or even Vin live, I'm on Twitch at twitch.tv/EchoTGS, where you can see me just gaming and testing out new games at all the time, or just messing around on other games just so I could talk with you guys. I hope to see you guys all in the next video, and remember, let's make gaming fun again. Peace!